Welcome back to another Guardian Tales video. So, we are on the boss of... Nope, let's stay connected. We're on the boss of stage floor 10. And we have some decent artifacts. You need this one to pair with these. We have 4 of those. These are being nerfed when the season ends, which is somewhat soon. I think in 23 hours. So we're going to enjoy these while they last. But the defense is getting nerfed to 20, the attack is getting nerfed to 80. I think that's a little bit much, but I don't know. Things are early. It's hard to say. We've got 2 skill attacks and we have a crit. So let's boogie. Let's do it. Pretty much a team I've been using for a while. The idea here is to have Augma take the brunt of the damage, to have Princess throw those skills down and put some support. Maya's doing healing and other stuff, and then Bari's doing big, stupid AoE damage, as you can see by the meter there. Now, of course, Princess, she does have the skill attack 200% boost, and since she will be throwing her weapon skill, she will do good damage, and that didn't even look like a boss fight. So, pretty happy with the stuff. Do I have space for that? I really don't, man. I could give up the crit for it. I could give up the crit. But let's not. I still think it would be cool if they added in a bank. So if you can only equip 8 artifacts, I think for every 5 levels that you progress, 5 floors I should say, you should be able to store them. Or if they want to be a little bit more stingy than that, they could do it every 10 levels you get to store one. I think that would be kind of cool that way you can swap around. Because it's like, if I can swap my heroes freely, why can't I swap my artifacts freely? You know what I'm saying? Fellas? But anyways, we are chewing through here. Super high defense. Feels pretty good. Bari doing Bari things. And looks like we continue. We continue on. We are aiming for the red node if that is smart. That will be nice. If not, oh well. Also, the shop, the bottle cap shop, does reset soon, I think tonight. So I'm hoping that we can get a ton of awakening stones and possibly finish off the majority of the stuff I have remaining on Maya, and then we'll supposedly stack up resources for the foreseeable future. I have bashed my head against Orbital Lift 350 a handful of times more, and I can make a tanky team that can survive, but we get to like 10 seconds left, or we just need 10 more seconds to get enough damage out, so we'll talk about that in a second. Alright, so someone carefully approaches you, appears to be one of the Camazone staff. He saw you reset Andrew before. Actually teach him how to do it. Sure. Hey, he didn't steal one of my precious artifacts. I hate the question mark levels, I really do. But anywho, we bashed her head against Orbital 350, and it's just, I can make various tanky teams that can survive, but then the damage isn't high enough, and it's all because there is a Craig, which is an Earth type hero that is ranged immune. I really dislike ranged immune. I feel like it shouldn't be 100% resistant. I think it should be like 50 or maybe even like 75. But I get the purpose. It pushes you to have a bunch of different heroes. I get it. Do I want the weapon skill regen speed? I kind of feel like this would be better than the crit. I kind of feel like that's the case. I have the skill damage, it makes some sense. That artifact was nerfed from last season. It used to be minus 10 attack, now it's minus 20 attack. So, you know, things are changing, things are happening. That seems to work out pretty okay right there. Pretty okay. The first meta, I guess I'll say, of Camazone. This is Camazone Season 2, but in Season 1, one of the best ways to go is you get 1 or 2 of those skill regens, and then you max skill damage. And if you have a Marina on your team, she would put out so much shielding that your whole team is shielded almost all the time, and a ton of damage, as you can imagine. In fact, I actually feel like Season 1 was easier than Season 2 as far as how high I could get into levels. The difference is that my team is massively better in Season 2, but like I said, things are more difficult, so it kind of evens out a little bit. Not a complaint, just an observation, and we'll definitely keep our eyes on Camo Zone. I do think Camo Zone is one of the most fun, most impactful pieces of content as far as how much do you get to play per day, how many rewards do you get from it, and things like that. And so I'm very happy for it. And there is some more stuff coming. There's some new stuff. I haven't looked into it a ton. I'm very interested to see what the Guardian levels thing ends up looking like and how that works out. No to all of that. We go on to... I thought we were on 10. Wait, no, we beat 10 boss. Okay, wow, floor 11 just went by so fast. It shows you, if you guys have been watching my videos, it shows you what difference the artifacts make, because I'm basically running the same team that you've seen in the past couple KZ videos, but we have a ton of those earpieces, and we're cruising through. This is a tanky team. We're able to do a ton of damage. Bada bing, bada boom. We just hit for 100k. From the chain skill of Maya. Also, Maya and Bari give skill attack damage. They give skill damage, I guess I should say. So that is intentional. And that's the idea. Ogma gives everybody a ton of defense. Princess gives everybody some hit points. Princess is the leader, and she's able to throw out a lot of weapon skills, because she can increase her own weapon skill cooldown. It comes together. This is the plan. And Princess does synergize very well with Ogma, so pretty good. Ogma can reflect a good amount of damage as well, so it's very, very rounded. I think you're going to be seeing this team for a while. And so again, talking about Orbital 350, one of the reasons why I can't get past it at the moment is because my only melee DPS, I have a bunch of tanks, but my only melee DPS is Eugene. And in PvE, she just jumps in there and dies instantly. And the only hero that I do not have in the game currently at the moment is Lupina, which is a ranged attacker that does melee damage. And I think that she is the secret sauce that I need to get on. That was a ranged immune, but since we have a bunch of skill damage and everything else, we were able to chew right through it, so it's very good. So yeah, I'm very, very excited for Lupina. I think she'll fit the niche, because she shouldn't die instantly, because she won't just run in and explode, hopefully, if the AI has anything going on for it. There is a lonely left ear that we don't need, and we don't need any of that. Okay. I would like to get some more of the green ear pieces, but we shall continue again. Looking pretty good. You can hold up to 12 of the Camo Zone tickets, and that's what you guys are seeing. And also, let's say you think you're going to overcap, or you don't have time to play, you can move yourself forward, spend the Camo Zone ticket, then you have 2 more hours to figure out what's going on in your life and make it happen. So you can actually have 13 attacks all at the same time, and that's what we have going on here. I kind of wish there was some way that you could level up your guild or something that would increase how much resources you could hold in all the different game modes. That would be a nice little quality of life, but I don't see that happening anytime soon, and they're fairly generous. I mean, 70 coffee is probably enough to hold, even though I would prefer to have a whole lot more. And then the same with all the other things. Will my characters run into the beam like a moth? Looks like not so much. Oh, spoke too soon. Bari, that's not a good place for you to stand. Tons of defense on this team. I'm not too worried, but my goodness, they love standing there. Just attack attack it. Look at that. Massive comparison to my previous videos where we would struggle against bosses, we'd have to attack multiple times, swap our team, this and that. This right here is why they are nerfing the earpiece combo. That's what's up. That's why they're doing that. Because they said, oh my goodness, it's too strong. And there you have it. We may have gotten to floor 13 before. I really don't think that we have, and I definitely didn't film it if we did. So I'm going to do my best to not do any more attacks, save up my my tickets, and then pump out another decent video for you. But I do believe that this team can go quite far with these artifacts, and just a very balanced team on its own. And if you click on hero, and if you look underneath Bari, underneath your 4th hero, you have those 2 little squares next to the magnifying glass. So we are going to click on, well, first let's look at chain skills. I've set it up so that the chain skills, everybody works together. Princess pops first, then Maya is supposed to do her thing, then Ogma can go, then Bari can go. So everybody's able to get their piece off. So that's kind of nice. And then if we click right here, the buff list adds everything up for you. So tons of defense, tons of attack. We get a little bit of crit on their skill attack, and then the weapon skill region speed. Haven Hold, we have finally finished everything, and I think sometime late tonight I will be able to get the Knight's exclusive weapon, which will help out for my basic mono team. And then as far as collections and stuff, from having a bunch of heroes, we've gotten that. From the different weapons, Basket is almost done, and so Bari and Maya are Basket. Nari is also Basket, but she's not on this team, but I do swap her in from time to time. And then at the bottom, you see another flat attack, defense, and hit point increase as well. So that's why I keep talking about doing knowledge and making that work. So very, very important stuff. And if you go into a mirror matchup, let's say it's Bari versus Bari, everything else looks equal. They could have a +5 weapon, but that's pretty rare unless you're talking about like the top 50 players, maybe even less than that, depending on your server. It's more likely that they probably have some book knowledge going on if they've been playing longer than you, or if they've been focusing more on it. And it's super, super important. So that's my Basket. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm still looking into this. There's a good chance I'm making some mistakes here, but one of the things I did is it's very easy to overcap your inventory. Then you're like, oh no, I'm full on stuff. I can't get more loot. I gotta deal with it. So one thing that I did early on was I 3-starred all of the gray items for everything. 3-star the gray items for everything. And that way, when I get gray items, I can use them as hammers and I can upgrade gear with the gray items. Doing that alone helped my inventory stress and not to worry about it. And then I went back and I said, okay, well that worked out well. And so I took all the blue items on weapon types, item types that I use a lot, and then I ended up unlocking all of those. Takes a bunch of gold, but that's what gold is for. And then you can see stuff that I don't use frequently. I really haven't focused on it too much. But eventually the day will come where I unlock all the blue and unlock all the things and all the stuff and so on and so forth. You guys get the idea. And then you also have collections, so you need to level 60, all the green things and all the legendary things, and that's going to be a very, very long process. But it'll happen. We'll get there. It'll happen. So anyways, that is all I got for you today. As always, I appreciate you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.